like if you look back on it, a couple generations ago, adultery would, like end your career, and then post Clinton, everyone's like, and part of the reason why Trump is so strong is that, like the things that people are attacking him for, a lot of people look at it and say like, like that just talk. Or like that's what rich people do, or the this and that, and folks are losing confidence in the press in various ways. It's like you look at the relationship with the media. I mean, shit. By the way, I also, I'm friends with a bunch of comedians. I saw Shane Gillis just last week, and like different comedians have run afoul of the machine in various ways. And then you guys know these people, and you're like, oh, like what the hell's going on? Like who are they trying to cancel?
Well,
you
were a dude who came out in support of Shane when there was a lynch mob after him.
So I'll tell you the story. And by the way, I did this with you guys too. I spent the day watching your bits and your comedy, specials. And you guys are funny and smart. And it made me really happy to be here with you. So when the news hit about Shane Gillis, I also first I was like, who the fuck is this guy? And then I like started watching his clips and whatnot, and I was like, this guy's no malignant this guy's like, he's like he's a
chubby drunk.
Yeah, he's like a dude from Central PA who's like
great
like,
dude,
just like trying stuff out,
and a killer comedian.
He's talk about an ascent over this last couple of years.
He's got a scent. Sorry,
smells great. Shane, you smell great. So I at the time, and I was one of the people that was personally insulted or attacked in the stuff that he was being fired for. So I was like, look, if I can at least come out and say like this dude should not be fired for this.
That's good. That takes balls.
As a personal, and my team too at the time, they were like, you didn't even like, because I was running for president at the time, and I had like a team.
Wow.
I was like, whatever, guys. I just like put it out there, and by the way, even at the time, I was like, they're probably going to fire him anyway because. From their standpoint, what had they really invested in him at that point?
Yes.
Really, next to nothing. So I was like...
And they were hiring an Asian cast member as well, so I wonder if they felt added pressure. Of course, 100%.
Maybe. It's a good point.
They should be on the chopping block more than Shane, because you've never had an Asian. You've actually done a bad thing. He said a bad thing. To me, that's more offensive. I don't give a shit either way. I don't want anybody getting fired, but I'm just saying... If you're comparing the two wrongs, to me, not having an Asian is worse than saying a slur as a joke.
Oh, it goes back to the fact that all these folks are, it's like no show's gonna be perfect. No,
of course,
perfect. Certainly no comedian.
It's a comedy show.
But like for a comedian, in my mind, it's like a comedian has to go way, way, way out of bounds in my mind, because it's freaking comedy. Like if you start circumscribing what comedians can say,
exactly.
And I said this on Bill Maher one time. I was like, look. Like a comedian's job is not to tell us how to think. A comedian's job is just to entertain us, and it's a hard job.
Yeah.
So if you then like try and give them the responsibility of also telling people what to think, it's like like where the hell does that go? It goes no place.
Also, context is super important. He said it on a podcast trying to make a joke.
Clip.
Someone says something in a comedy club. That's the context. Now, if I'm saying that on the subway, you might have a problem with me.
Yeah, also body of work, as you just said. Like, okay, this is who he is. You found one clip where he's not at his best, where he's doing something not good, but he invested in actually looking this guy up. He invested time being like, no, this is, I think, who this guy is. You can't judge someone by their worst moment and define them by that worst moment. It's fucking insanity.
Yeah,
yes, 100%. And it doesn't, bear with me here, but it's like they want to just take you down more than actually care about the justice of it.
Oh, yeah, no, they don't care.
That's what bugs me. It's like, it's one thing to try to save the world, but you're just doing it to ruin a person. You're not doing it to actually help. It's just like, hey, let me get my name out there, show that I took this guy down. I'm on the right side of history. It's not about helping anybody or people's lives or feelings. It's just about taking someone down. That's what kills me.
That's why I respect what Andrew did, because he was like, let's have a conversation. Let's be forgiving. Because I don't know what party you identify with right now, but like you were running as a Democrat, and you don't see that forgiveness model to be something they really subscribe to anymore, you know?
I
mean, it used to be the Republicans were the party of kind of like, you're in a lot of trouble, and it kind of switched.